Durag Nation. We are back with the After Show Podcast. I am, of course, Sadat the Gamer, joined by Old Man Yelling at the Clouds, Jay Shockblast.
Otherwise known as Not Casual Avenger.
Nope, Casual Avenger, of course, could not be here today. He has a prior deep dish commitment that he absolutely cannot miss, so we're going to hold it down in his place. Thank you all for once again joining us. Shout out to Geo for once again claiming first. What's up, Super Patrick? Second. The other Old Man Yelling at the Clouds, Eastwood. What's up, Radix? Steven. Shout out to Stream Elements holding it down. What's up, Lake Man? Appreciate you. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. We got fun show. A lot of stuff happened this week. The theme seems to have been apart from the weird political stuff. People thought Trump was dead. I saw this trending. And apparently he was just looking at security tape to see who scratched his limestone. The whole time, apparently. So he's still here, but the theme for gaming wise this week seems to be voice actors be yapping, because we had a couple stories this week related to information about upcoming games. We had started off with Yuri Lowenthal, Nadji, of course, the voices of our Spider-Man in Insomniac, doing some chatting at Fan Expo Canada, and they had some things to say about Spider-Man 3 that got the internet a little riled up. And then when the weekend hit, we had some other voice actors, specifically the voice actors for Green Lantern and Superman, who allegedly said some things they weren't supposed to about Injustice 3. So well, there's a fun little time. We'll talk about that. And Jay, of course, finally watched Peacemaker. And
oh my god, so many dicks.
So many dicks. I warned you. He's got some hot takes. So we're looking forward to talking about that. We'll talk about the future of DC as well. James Gunn made those comments about their plans for video games, and David Cornsweet potentially voicing Superman in a video game. We also, got the numbers for the Superman movie, which officially is going to finish below Man of Steel overall worldwide. So Snyder Cult is celebrating,
but barely, honestly.
And if we factor in budget, then Superman was probably more profitable, but James Gunn Superman was probably more profitable, but of course it won't stop everyone for all the Snyder cultists for pointing out that Superman is only the 11th best-selling DC movie of all time.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, because I thought that movie was so good, and I wasn't like Gabe thinking it was going to make $2 billion.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I thought it was at least going to get at least one B.
Yeah. The problem seems to be, and the funniest thing about that list, by the way, is that Aquaman is number one, ahead of The Dark Knight, which just shows how just ridiculous all this is to begin with.
Yeah.
What's up, Gabe? Speaking of, the issue seemed to be Superman did really well, actually outperformed Man of Steel domestically, but it just went nowhere worldwide, and we're comparatively, and we're kind of seeing generally a trend of this with movies not doing as well in China as it used to be, and in other places as they've grown a little more independent, and studios are kind of looking for a way to get around that. So it's a weird situation, but I still consider a W. They're clearly still moving forward with the rest of the DCU, so hopefully they can get some momentum going after that, and we'll talk about Peacemaker when it comes to that as well. But first, let's talk a little Injustice 3, because that comes from the company that you're on the board of. Yeah, I mean, knowing Jay, he's probably played it before already. You also met Ed Boon, literally.
I've met Ed Boon a few times.
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah, so.
I actually met Ed Boon like before I was even kind of like really involved with WB at all. At the very first E3 in 2017 was the first trip I ever took, and him and his daughter came to the Lego booth, and I was just kind of hanging around because I was waiting for my my showing, I guess, if you will.
Right.
And his daughter was playing Lego Worlds, and I helped her play the game. Like I showed her like what to do.
Showed her the ropes.
So yeah, so I got to meet him and got a picture with him, and like I wasn't like obviously working at the booth, but I knew what to do, and nobody else was available, so I just jumped in real quick.
Classic
So,
Day Chef Class.
Yeah, so
that's true. We hope yeah, Travis had one too. Hope everything is okay with the fam. We always want you guys to be happy and as healthy as possible.
But yeah, I met him at the studio. I you know what? One of the really cool things that I've ever gotten to see was when we went to Mortal Kombat 11. We went to NetherRealm, and Uncaged Games obviously is a massive Johnny Cage fan,
of course.
And they had just shown us where they do the like their live streams. I forget what they call whatever their live stream is. And we were walking by, and somebody's desk, they didn't lock their computer, and they hadn't introduced Johnny Cage yet. But I was standing by Uncaged, and Johnny Cage was standing there on the screen, you know, doing his little idle animation. Somebody like it was very intentional because they knew we were gonna walk by there, and Cage is like looking at it and like trying not to freak out. So then they bring us into this little conference room and sit us all down, and then Ed Boon walks in for the first time, and shows us the Johnny Cage trailer like a few days before it came out.
Oh, so, wait a minute. He's called Uncaged because he loves Johnny Cage. Oh, yeah. That makes now I get it.
Did you really not know that?
No, I thought it was Uncaged because he's like Uncaged, Unleashed. I'm a wild man that plays video games.
No, he is a big Johnny Cage guy. Oh, well, all the best to your pops, man.
I'm glad it's okay. You know, better safe than sorry. You know, you want to it's understandable to overreact, especially if they're, you know, getting up there in age.
But the even funnier thing was walking into Summer Game Fest 2023, my Uber driver like dropped me off outside of the YouTube theater, and the person behind me gets out, and it's Ed Boon. So I got a quick picture with him, posted it, and then found Caboose, Uncaged, and Unruly. And they're like, "Oh, we knew where to find you because we just saw Ed Boon too."
So when did he first tell you about Injustice 3?
Ed Boon has not told me about Injustice 3. I know nothing about an Injustice 3, but it would be very sensible to think that if there was going to be a next video game by NetherRealm, it would probably be an Injustice 3. That is just if I was guessing, or if like a voice actor
guessing
said something. I mean, it makes sense. I thought it was actually going to come before Mortal Kombat 1.
It was actually. Yeah, I made a video covering the whole situation because it's worth noting there was two people who met a voice actor each. One guy met with Phil LaMarr, the Green Lantern voice actor. The other met with the Superman, and they both apparently said multiverse. They both said there's Injustice 3, but the Superman the guy who met with the Superman voice actor, he walked it back. He said, "Oh, he must have misunderstood, and he didn't mean for it to blow up like this."
Yeah,
and he apologized. But the one who met Phil LaMarr, he's standing on business that Phil LaMarr now straight up said, "Oh yeah, they're totally making Injustice 3," and I feel like it's the worst kept secret at this point. I mean, they stopped support on MK1. there is actually an interview with Ed Boon where he's discussing why they made MK1. A couple of outlets picked up, a Yahoo, a bunch of big outlets picked up as well. And the reason why is because there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. They originally were going to make Injustice 3 instead of MK1. The only reason they went to MK1 is because there was the pandemic, they were changing engines, and it just created a lot of issues with the development process. And the length of time they estimated it would have been just more. It just makes more sense for them to do another Mortal Kombat game right now rather than try to do Injustice. And they figured, and Boon said they'll just circle around to Injustice next. So they just going to get MK1 out the door and then worry about and then revisit Injustice later. So, and not to mention Sean Limerick, the CEO of NetherRealm, was just promoted in the WB restructuring to oversee DC video games at WB, and James Gunn and Peter Safran literally confirmed that they sat down with various studios to talk about DC video games and what to do with them. And he's specifically named Rocksteady and NetherRealm. So
yeah, so I mean, the timing is perfect. You know what I mean? If there was ever a time that you want an Injustice 3 to start, getting out there, it would be now. You've got the Invincible game, you've got the Marvel Shokan or whatever.
Tokan Fighting Souls.
Tokan, yeah, there you go. I'll learn that name eventually when I have to. Yeah. It's a big time for comic book fighting games. Mortal Kombat 1 can still have legs competitively. If anything, it's good for them because they can keep running Mortal Kombat 1 competitively. Nothing is going to really change, so everybody will kind of be on their A game.
They even have the Final Kombat tournament coming up, which is also where they might reveal Injustice 3.
Yeah, I can never. Whenever I think of Final Kombat, I think of COVID, because I was on my flight to Chicago for Final Kombat, and I had the Wi-Fi in flight, and that's when I found out the event was canceled to the public because of COVID. It was like literally right when it was starting, and I had just gone to PAX East, and they had found out some people that went to PAX East got COVID, and I'm on the flight. Because I'll always remember walking through O'Hare Airport when I landed. Like at that time, the news was recommending people don't wear masks so that the doctors could have them.
I remember that arc.
And
unbelievably fucking stupid, by the way.
And I just remember walking through O'Hare, and I was like, man, why is everybody wearing masks? Like they said not to, you know what I mean? And so that sucked because we were supposed to meet Todd McFarlane and Keith David. That's the voice of Spawn, right? Did I get that wrong?
Keith David.
I
know the actor. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, Keith David. So we were supposed to meet Keith David and Todd McFarlane. They have what's cool about it though is they gave us this comic book that has the action figure version of Spawn on the cover, because obviously Todd McFarlane makes the Mortal Kombat figures,
of course,
and it's because there was no live event, they weren't given out, so like basically just a couple content creators got them, and I know Uncaged got his graded, and it was the first one they ever graded. So yeah,
probably worth some money.
Yeah, from what I understand, it is worth a sizable amount. So I need to get mine graded too. They also there's like some mobile game they did. I think I might still have it on my phone. Nope, I deleted it. There was a very short-lived Mortal Kombat mobile game they did, and they sent out like a comic book for that too. And somebody actually contacted me because I posted a picture of it on Instagram, and they said, yeah, somebody's trying to add this to the database and we have no idea what this is. And it was some company like that like has a comic book database that they maintain, and we just want to kind of confirm what you wrote in your thing. Like, what is this? And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. And yeah, I think probably only a very few handful of people have them. So I have like 2 comic books like that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, so just another potential bag of money just sitting around.
I'll tell you what, man, I've gotten a few good comic books from going on some of these trips. When we went out to DC Comics, when we went for Lego DC Supervillains, they gave us a comic book that was autographed by Jim Lee, and it turns out it was like the for that it was like Justice League #8, and it had like a sketch cover of Joker on it, so it was a variant cover, and it was like the super rare variant chase for that particular issue, and like unsigned, I looked it up and it was worth like $500. Like that's what it's selling for on eBay. So like I ended up getting mine graded, and apparently it got damaged transit getting it back to my house. So it did not come out at a 10 or a 9. You know, it's very rare to see a 10. It's usually a 9.5, but I think mine was only an 8. But still.
should I get my Suicide Squad jacket and sneakers graded?
I bet. I mean, like we're not supposed to sell that stuff, but like those sneakers are worth a lot of money. I mean, I guarantee, like they were very rare. And
my cap, yeah, I'm sure I'm one of the literally one of the very few people in the world who owns a pair of Captain Boomerang sneakers.
Well, I told you the story about when I met Tara Strong and I had her sign one of mine, and she's like, "Where did you get these?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, they sent them out for Suicide Squad to some content creators." Like, how do I get them? Do you know who I can talk to? I'm like, I think they're long gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're gone.
Yeah. So I hit up Alan, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that ain't happening. They're gone."
Yeah, they sent out a limited amount.
I always feel bad too, because like even like the Gonk droid that I have, and I've got, like, you probably can't see it, but
They're orange and blue.
right
They're
here
they're like brown. Yeah.
they're like Lego chattering teeth for the Joker. Like some of the TT Games people have, like, I don't even have those, you know? I sometimes feel kind of bad. Uh-oh. I don't know if you meant I think he's going to get his shoes. Mine are in a case over here. So yeah. Yeah, some of these trips are pretty cool. We get some cool stuff, but that has nothing to do with Injustice 3. I'm assuming he's just going to get his shoes. I'd get mine are like literally right there, but I don't I guess I'll get him when he gets back. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Not big into fighting games, Eastwood. I get that, and Injustice is where I got my start with fighting games. Because it was a comic book video game, right? So I was not great at first, but just throw it on easy and just ease your way into it. You should be able to do something with it. Yeah, you should be able to handle it. It's not that if I can do it, you can too. I can play on regular, but run and grab them.
It's a pain in the ass to get the sneakers, but the jacket's like in the closet, so
yeah.
yeah.
Mine's just hanging in the closet too.
Task Force X jacket for Captain Boomerang, official Captain Boomerang Task Force X Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League jacket.
I have mine in a case, and I don't remember how to open it. So
you put it in a case. I got it.
There's stuff stacked on top of it. I don't feel like dealing with it.
I need to get a case then. I'll just have my on a hanger.
I mean, like the shoes.
Oh, the shoes. I got to. I think
they make those like plastic cases that stack up and everything.
Oh yeah, I think mine are in the box. Are still in the box.
Yeah,
I see the skateboard. I see the skateboard back there in the box too.
Oh, I got the skateboards in the background over there. You can see the Suicide Squad one there.
Size shoe. I'm pretty sure mine are like a 12, 11 or 12.
think I did Rhode Island Comic Con is where yeah.
Yeah, I actually have not only played a little bit of Injustice 2, so Jay would probably be more familiar with the storyline of the games and how it would lead into a third one.
The thing that I don't like is that it's basically just evil Superman, and I feel like we've just done that so much at this point. So I do hope that they do something a little bit different. So
there she is with the sneakers.
Yeah, she like signed it, and then like I don't know if that's her husband or boyfriend, but he like took pictures of it and video of her signing it. So yeah,
nice.
That's mine.
Nice.
But I'm glad I picked Harley.
I got to get the Boomerang voice actor to sign mine.
Yeah, who did? I don't know who voiced his, but yeah,
I forgot.
I don't remember anymore. But yeah, anyway, I'm excited. I don't know if you saw Caboose tweeted earlier. If Injustice 3 was NetherRealm's next game, what character would you want in it? And I've been getting like notifications all day because of my response, because I think I responded with the Shrek like looking up, and he was right the first time when he responded.
Daniel LaPayne, by the way, please, Boomerang.
Gotcha. So so that was like my response, and he was like, I can't tell if this is your attempt to set up a Batman Ninja joke, if you're saying you want Shrek in Injustice 3. And I said, I've never seen a single Shrek movie.
That's actually a perfect reply.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not true. But
I mean, I've like walked through a room when a Shrek movie was playing, but I've never sat down and watched Shrek.
I don't believe you.
Never, not once.
I don't believe you.
Nope. I know there's a donkey and there's Shrek, and
I do not believe you.
Yeah, I never watched it.
I've been advocating for Mr. Terrific and Static Shock.
Okay, I think we'll see that. Mr. Terrific, I don't believe was in either of the first two. I just want Atrocitus back, or I want Skeletor as a guest character. And there is reason to do it because there is literally an Injustice verse Masters of the Universe comic run. So like I kind of feel like Skeletor could be on the main roster, like not even a guest character. So we'll see. But I played Atrocitus in both games. I would have to think they bring him back. I would hope that they just do like a kind of clean slate with the story, because basically they did the whole Joker caused Superman to hallucinate, and he brought Lois into space and killed her.
Yeah.
And then he just went evil. He came down and just punched a hole through Joker's chest. And yeah, there is a Masters of the Universe movie coming out. Yeah. I think it's out next year. We'll see how that goes. I think isn't what's his name? The guy that was the Joker that everybody hated, Jared Leto. I think he's actually Skeletor.
Really?
And I think Idris Elba is Man-at-Arms. Let's see. The cast is
Dolph coming back?
No, Nicholas Galitzine as Prince Adam He-Man. Camila Mendez as Tila. Jared Leto as Skeletor.
Whoa.
Allison Brie is Evelyn.
Allison Brie, yes, Lord.
Idris Elba is Man-at-Arms. Morena Bossarin.
Morena.
Sorceress. Yeah.
Morena. Yes.
Kristen Wiig as Roboto. No, Roboto was a male.
Don't Jay about to start ranting about the woke agenda.
Why? There's plenty of female characters. I don't know. It seems like an interesting cast. It's directed by John Woo. Oh no, that was 2007. Never mind. It was supposed to be directed by Travis Knight.
Don't know him.
He is the son of Nike co-founder Phil Knight.
Oh, cool.
And
Nepo baby.
Filmography includes Wildwood.
Never heard of it.
He directed Bumblebee.
Oh, I heard of it. Didn't see it.
Kubo and the Two Strings, which is animated. He's done a lot of animated stuff, it looks like.
Grillo gets way too much hate. A little is deserved, but feels disproportionate.
Skeletor is going to be interesting, though, because, like, Skeletor is kind of built. And He-Man obviously is
He-Man. But
yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. But
that might work.
I don't have a lot. I'm not gonna like hope for much out of it.
Yeah.
I'm expecting like Borderlands level of
oh boy
adaptation. So
the bar's in hell. Okay.
Cloud. This is something that just I just saw like maybe 15 minutes before we went live.
Yeah, might as well
they hired. Hold on. There's a Batman Arkham. Hold on, let's see if I can find the tweet.
Rocksteady. Skeletor is bony but buff somehow at the same time.
New game director. He did a lot of he was the game director for Assassin's Creed.
It's on MP First has an article up about it already. So we'll pull it up for you guys. Yeah, Rocksteady's new game director is an Assassin's Creed veteran.
I wrote an article for them once.
Oh, how'd it do?
All right, I got to go to the Royal Rumble because of it.
Oh, nice. I didn't get to. Remember Gawker?
Yeah.
I wrote an article for them once.
Oh, nice.
It went very viral. I didn't get a trip out of it though.
Well, one of their writers I've kind of talked to on and off for a long time, and I guess this Alex guy is good friends with Miller. But one of their writers is like, I was gonna go, but I can't make it. We want somebody to still cover it, and I thought of you, so I'm like, all right, cool, I'm in.
Oh, there you go.
Say less.
Always thinking.
And then they released the
Snyder
review an hour early before embargo.
Oof.
Wasn't the best. It was because I think Alex is in Arizona, and it was during the time where there is a difference in the time zones.
I'm sorry, this is funny as shit. So I'm reading the article.
Yeah.
To see who the new director at Rocksteady is. He's a Ubisoft veteran. His name is literally Bill Money.
Yeah.
From Ubisoft, a guy from Ubisoft, last name Money. You can't fucking make this up.
I mean, he worked on Mirage, Valhalla, and Origins, which are great games. And he worked on Arkham Origins, which is the only one that I never finished.
Yeah, I didn't finish that either.
You know what the problem was? That came out right when PS4 and Xbox One came out. His first name is Bill too. That's fair. Good to point that out. And I was focused on all the games that came out on Xbox One and PS4. And even though I started it on 360, I just never went back to it. And it wasn't backwards compatible for some reason at the time.
Oh god, that literally perfect. Dollar bill money. Oh my god, no wonder he fitted so well at Ubisoft. Yeah, it says he also worked with Warner Brothers. He worked at Warner Brothers for Origins, Lego Legends of the Chime, and Cartoon Universe, 2 mobile games. It looks like he just got there. His LinkedIn says he started in July at Rocksteady. So interesting little shakeup. So we know Suicide Squad officially shuttered in the I think January around the time is when the last update went out, and according to Schreier, they had already begun the pivot to the new Batman game that they're currently working on. So it looks like now we got a game director in place to shake things up a bit, get them on track. Honestly, I mean we'll see how this works out. They definitely needed some new leadership, I'd say, after the disaster of the last Jamie and Sept run.
We didn't necessarily need a new Arkham game, but like all the people were just so butthurt that Gotham Knights wasn't a Batman. You couldn't play as Batman, and Suicide Squad you couldn't play as Batman. So they literally forced them into going back to Batman.
To be fair, I think Batman not being playable was the least of Suicide Squad's problems.
Right.
That was more so the complaint about Gotham Knights. People were more so mad that we were finally getting a Justice League game, and it's one where we're trying to gun them down instead of playing as them, which was definitely a choice.
I don't know anything about this, but I would imagine I would not think they would do a Arkham Asylum remake. I don't. No, they would farm that out to somebody else.
Yeah, there's currently no information on what kind of Batman game it is. The only thing we know, all the information we have on it is from Jason Schreier's article, doing the behind the scenes on Warner Brothers doing that Suicide Squad era, and the only thing he said is that it's a single player Batman game. So we have no other information about it. And
I hope they start from scratch. Like, no, Arkham's dead. Arkham Knight, perfect ending, all that. Okay, fine. All right. Just start over.
So you just want to reboot.
Yeah, just reboot the whole series, and we're just starting with the Batman.
I think new game director, new fresh start. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. The other game is from someone mentioned. We still don't have anything on that one. Other than that, it's live service from W Games Montreal, the ones who made Origins and Gotham Knights. I don't know. It could be a DCU game. We don't know.
I hope it's Justice League.
I do as well, or Justice Gang, whatever case of it. Yeah, the current Justice Gang, as of the Peacemaker, is Superman, Supergirl, Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, and Hawkgirl.
Listen, I have had conversations in actual elevators with heads of studios. I've pitched it to Ed Boon, literally in person. On a dare. If I can't make it happen by now, the best I can offer you is Batman Ninja in Fortnite. I did that, and Batman Ninja in Lego Batman. I'll do that. So
you're brave. You're a brave man.
It was funny. I was when we were in Germany, we were hanging out with some of the TT Games guys, and I was like, "Listen, I hope you guys know that if Batman Ninja is in Lego Batman, it's going to be the Darkhawk situation all over again." And one of the dudes is like, Darkhawk? One of the best Marvel characters ever. And he goes, "What do you mean Darkhawk? That's really random." I'm like, "Oh, I was the voice of Darkhawk." And he's like, "What? You were?" I'm like, he doesn't have a voice.
Yeah, that's the bit.
And I single-handedly got him into the game.
That's that J-Shock Blaster is.
Yeah. I sent at the time Arthur Parsons was like the game director. And in the first two Lego Marvel games, I was like most wanted videos. Darkhawk was always like number one because Nova was already in the game and Deadpool was already in the game, whatever. So I actually sent Arthur a Darkhawk Marvel Legends figure, and I had a little note on it. Yeah, I did tell this story last week. I'm sorry. Well, it came up again. So it's a good story. And it said, "Please." That's all.
There you go. It's always good to hear. Always good to hear it. I think, literally the DCU game or games could be any number of projects. We know James Gunn met with Rocksteady about DC video games. So they very well could be a DC Batman game that gets revealed when they reveal who their DC Batman is. The DCU game could be the live service game WB Games Montreal is doing, or it could just be a completely separate game from both of those. We have no idea. Oh yeah, Jay is not opposed to a little stuff, Blaze.
I mean, listen, I have good stories
He
that
does.
you all know you want to hear.
Yeah, I think legitimately one of the biggest mistakes with Gotham Knights, I think that what the mistake that set them off, obviously there's nothing they could do about David Haddad being a fucking idiot and messing up development, but the pivoting away from last gen consoles was like a colossal fuck up that should have never been allowed to happen, because I think it cost them a lot of money and a lot of goodwill. I think that's where things kind of started going off the rails, because once everyone found, because they waited until 5 months before launch to announce it, and then once people realized this was a next gen only game, then people started judging it like according to the standards of a next gen only game, and at that point it's like, okay, well, is it going to have these stunning visuals and everything, and performance like Insomniac did this with the next gen stuff like Miles and Rift Apart, and when they saw what it looked like, they're like, what the fuck is this? Why is this next gen? Why can't this be next gen only? It doesn't, people were comparing it to the visuals of Arkham Knight, and yeah, it legitimately didn't look as good as Arkham Knight. Granted, we're talking about the PC modded version and select gameplay, but still, it's like, okay, it's not, the visuals outside the cutscenes aren't like, the city doesn't look as stunning or anything like that. It's not running at 60. It can't run at 60, and even at launch, it could, at some points, it would drop well below 30. So it was like, why is this next gen only? And then I think centering Batman in the narrative was their other mistake, because you already knew people were going to complain about not having a playable Batman game, because it had been like many years at that point since Arkham Knight. But they made the narrative about Batman, and even specifically set up a story, a well-known story among Batman fans, that was about Batman literally coming back from the dead. So people had the expectation going in that Batman was going to be playable, and that this death was temporary, and then you just killed him again. So just like, I feel like they should have picked a new narrative that had nothing to do with Batman and just focused it all about the Bat family, or just let him be fucking playable.
Yeah, I think their biggest mistake is they got scared off from making that a live service game. That game was very clearly set up to be a live service game, and it might be the best like setup for a live service situation,
apart from the loot system that
I mean, but like the way they had like character chapters and stuff like that,
it was perfect.
It was like literal perfection. And
the multiplayer was really fun, and the patrols, the co-op, very well.
Yeah. So like I love that game, but I do think saving Batman at the end, and even if you just like had an option for like Dick to be Batman, like he has two playable versions. You just shift between Nightwing or Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like it was a missed opportunity to have him playable at the end of the game. No story, no like fanfare, nothing like that. You can play as Batman. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, like because when you have that expectation and then people think you're going to deliver and then you don't, like then you just create even more bad will. So I think the Batman thing lost them a lot of goodwill, and then the not having it on last gen cost them a lot of goodwill and a lot of sales, because apparently it didn't flop. It hit the sales goals, it just didn't exceed them. And I feel like if the game had released on last gen platforms, one, people would have judged it less harshly, and two, it would have sold even better, and maybe WB would not have rejected their proposal to do a 2.0 update to improve the game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It sucks because like people are like, well, why didn't they just do this or that? But it's like people say all the time, oh, I wish we had a Nightwing game. I wish we had a Robin game. You know, I wish we had a Red Hood game.
All the time.
And you basically had that, you know, and it was completely playable by yourself. I mean, I think I did my first playthrough by myself. Then we'd let people join in, and I don't know, man. Like that game, I love that game. I will never. I thought that game was fantastic, and I wanted so much more out of it, but I don't think there were that many things they did wrong.
Yeah. I think Gotham Knights had a lot going for it. Just a couple of mistakes. Rocksteady on the other hand, the Jamie and Sept, holy shit, they fucked up.
Yeah, the biggest thing though, like, is Batman fans in general can't accept anything other than him being like a literal fucking god. Okay, like the idea, like in both Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad, try to do something where Batman actually dies. Okay, like holy shit, not that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they can't mentally process the world where Batman actually dies. You know, and in both cases he didn't necessarily actually die, and I do think that by doing Court of Owls you are kind of setting yourself up, because like the expectation is that he'll be there at the end because he was in Court of Owls. I get that, but like, okay, so Batman died, so what? You know, so what? Like, it's a story. It's storytelling. Batman dying should be an interesting story.
Yeah, but also I can also see why, from a business standpoint, it's like, he's your best. He's like your most profitable character. You probably would just want to milk this as much as possible. And if you're going to tell a story where he dies, there's a way to do it. And the Gotham Knights got closer to doing it. They just fucked up at the end.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad went way off the mark. That's not how you do that at all. Septon was trying to do his own version of Avengers Infinity War and Endgame where the villains on, and it just didn't land. And obviously they had a ton of problems behind the scenes, them being indecisive, changing systems, not getting back to people in a timely manner, wasting resources, the very bizarre decision to remove the melee mostly from the game and make it like a pure shooter almost. It was a lot of very bad decisions that went into Suicide Squad, and it's a kind of a miracle that the game ended up as fun as it was.
I didn't have a chance to say this yet, but yes, like that's exactly what I think about. Is you've got the keys to your favorite car, and the first thing that you decide to do is drive it into a wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's how I look at The Last Jedi. You finally get the opportunity to take over these characters, and you make Luke Skywalker a little bitch. You know what I mean? Like
a milk drinking quitter.
Yeah, like there's so many ways that they could have done it, and I personally think Batman fans are being kind of a baby. Like I think the scene where they kill Batman, even though anybody with a brain knew that was not Batman.
Yeah. Well, they don't have brains, so
yeah. I thought that was a cool scene. Like that's not something you see often. And if Gotham Knights if they didn't both try to do it, it might have been less of a problem, but it probably still would have been just as big of a problem. But like I thought that was actually a cool scene. And if also it wasn't for the fact that Kevin Conroy happened to pass away, I don't know that people would have judged it as harshly because they took it personally.
Yeah, they had a lot. I think that was a lot of driving factor. Yeah, the fact it was like a matter of timing. Like you had one game where Batman's in it, but he's dead, and then you drop another one where he's evil and he gets shot in the head, and Kevin Conroy dies.
Yeah.
So they just had a lot working against them, and it's still like there was parts of it like I remember the reason why people had so much positive to say about the game from that closed alpha is because those first 2 hours are actually really good. Like that Batman experience level was legitimately one of the best levels I played in any superhero video game.
Yeah. Yeah. But here we are still talking about it for some reason. I mean, it's I just hope that we get a good run of DC games, starting with Lego Batman 4. I really think that that's gonna like be a really good segue for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because like the big thing right now that Lego fans are crying about is, oh, you can only play as 7 characters. And I get it. Trust me, I'm very affected by it. Like a lot of my best videos are like, yeah, exactly. Like, being able, here's where you find this one, here's where you find that one, that. But somebody broke it down. One of the creators that I met in Germany, his name is Ben. His channel is like B1PD or something like that. He broke it down like if you take all the characters in the game and some of the other games and their abilities and you like subtract them out if they're basically just duplicates of other characters, 7 characters is not that much different than what you're left with. You're basically left with like skins of the Flash, right? Like, okay, so you got the Flash, and then there's like 8 other speedsters that are basically just a skin of the Flash. You know what I mean? So like you're not really losing out that much. But the combat is fun and it's different for a Lego game, and I think it's hopefully going to attract some of those Arkham fans. It's not as deep as Arkham, but like it's pretty good. I mean, for a Lego game, it looks phenomenal, and it's going to cover all these different eras of Batman. I am Batmaned out, but at the same time, whenever somebody does something that's not Batman, like people like get upset. So it's like, what do? They keep getting backed into a corner, and it's,
to be fair, everything that's different has also been featured Batman. So it's the only thing legitimately different they've had is Wolf Among Us, and that keeps getting delayed.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, Justice, I mean, I think that's going to do great. I think anything NetherRealm puts out is just going to be great, Now
what about Superman? Like James, there's a lot of potential games the James Gunn DCU thing could be, but but it was mentioned that he would have David Corenswet potentially voicing Superman in a game. And would you want the first Superman game to be a David Corenswet DCU Superman game?
Yeah, I'd be fine with it because it doesn't have to be like a movie like thing.
I'm assuming it's not going to be. It wouldn't be a movie.
It would just be an original story that they didn't do a movie of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I mean, I like the idea of having everybody kind of like do their roles and everything, like throughout all media. I think that works.
I was seeing like some a lot of pushback on that aspect as well, but my thinking is that, well, if that was Gunn's plan from the start, which it was, obviously he's then going to cast people with that in mind, so it shouldn't be a problem of whether or not they can. We know that voice acting is its own thing, but at the same time, we know that if you're talented enough as an actor, you can absolutely do video game voice acting. I mean, it happens literally all the time. I mean, just recently, Charlie Cox, his first ever role voicing a character in a video game, turned out to be Gustav in Expedition 33, which is going to be guaranteed to be getting a lot of nominees this come award season. So yeah, I'm not worried about the voice, and I think the other issue people are worried about is them trying to force too much stuff, DCU wise, and I don't know, the way Gunn was describing his philosophy of trying to just build out like Star Wars, just tell small pieces of stories within a big universe. Seems to make sense, and it kind of just feels like, yeah, I really don't see the issue with making games canon to DCU, because I mean, I think people just kind of just have a lack of imagination. Like this is an established world. They've had metahumans for hundreds of years, and you can just tell your own video game story. It'll just be set in this world. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Like I feel like I don't really see the big deal about the voice actor thing. You know what I mean? Like, I guess the bigger point is that it'd be a Superman in that universe, but we really don't know a ton about that universe so far, you know. And if it just is a way of like expanding the story between, you know, this Superman and the next Superman, then what's the big deal? You know, I mean, the downside would be the people that don't play the game, that aren't gamers, not necessarily getting that in between. But you know, I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm not the biggest proponent of a Superman game. I would rather they do like a Justice League game and he could be a voice there. But
oh yeah, well, yeah, given a choice, like I think they actually need both. We're definitely long overdue for a Superman game, in my opinion. But yeah, I think I would definitely, if I had a choice between a great Superman game and a great Justice League game, I'd rather have the great Justice League game for sure.
yeah, I just feel like there's a little bit of everything there for people, you know, and I feel like you can do more with it, especially, you know, I don't know. I just think it's wild that like, what's the DC Universe Online, that they're still somehow running. Of course, Rock Rider.
Yeah, Rock Rider, yeah. I was thinking about it again when I saw this Rock Rider post today. He did. Now this definitely makes me want to grab a Superman game. That's why I feel like you kind of need both. Like it's been like what 20 years since Superman Returns video game. Like and maybe just because Rock Rider just is so talented, but this looks like something I need to play immediately.
He was doing like Lego Spider-Man games while I was at Gamescom, and when we were hanging out with the community manager, I'm like, "Oh, get ready to see lots of Rock Rider in your feed." And I showed him the Spider-Man picture. He's like, "Oh, that's cool. That's really cool." So I shared that story with him because I think everybody should know when they have people watching their stuff.
Absolutely, especially Rock Rider. Shout out to Rock Rider.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to hire this man already.
Yeah. I mean, I tried hiring him for one job. Well, I did hire him for one job. I paid him money to alter my name on my logo.
I'm talking like a major studio. I mean, you are a major studio yourself, J Moneybags, but I mean, like ongoing employment.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
You pre-order that non-existent game, absolutely. Especially his vision was Santa Monica Studios, which was interesting because there was rumors a while back. People were whispering about James Gunn potentially doing something because he followed that woman who she did some work at Santa Monica Studios, but she's a game dev, but she's a content creator as well. But people were saying, "Oh, he follows her. That must mean he's doing something with Santa Monica." And then I looked at it, I was like, or he could just be following her because I mean, fucking look at her.
Yeah.
and she's a content creator. She loves Bat. She loves superheroes. And she's not like a permanent. I don't think she's even at Santa Monica anymore. So
Yeah.
But it would be interesting.
Something you just said it reminded me of something I want to say. We could probably just get into Peacemaker at this point, right?
Yeah, I heard Peacemaker ratings improved a bit from season 1, but I enjoyed the first 2 episodes despite the
massive amount of cock.
Maybe it's because I watched The Boys and Generation V, but
yeah,
this didn't fade. It took me.
No, it's fine.
It caught me off guard a little bit because they didn't have anything like that in Peacemaker. I gotta remember this isn't Marvel, this is DC now. But yeah, like after seeing all the crazy shit in The Boys, Hero-gasm and some of the outrageous shit in Gen V, I'm like just a regular bisexual orgy like barely fazed me. I was like, oh, there's dick in this show. Okay.
I think one of the crazy things for me that I think is hilarious, and I don't know if anybody would really pick up on this. His brother, his brother that's supposed to be dead, the actor they got to play him, was Roy Anderson in The Office.
Oh yeah,
and that's who Jenna Fisher's character Pam Beesly was originally going to marry, and then Jim broke them up.
Yeah, before Jim came and saved the day.
And James Gunn was married to Jenna Fisher.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I had no idea.
Yeah, they were married at one point. So I just kind of think it's funny that he has Roy Anderson in his show, So
with his current wife.
With his current wife, yeah. So so you've got two of Jenna Fisher's exes involved in the show. I found that. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I thought that was kind of funny.
It is just you, but it is funny.
Yeah. So, I do not love. Like, it's fine. I don't love the direction they're going. Ironically, I think this is like some of John Cena as Peacemaker. He overacts, but like it's still his best like role.
Yeah,
like it's even better than his wrestling role. But like I don't know. I see where they're going with it, and I don't love it, and I didn't really love the bug aliens either. Yeah. But we'll see. I did think it was good that they were able to utilize those cameos.
Yeah, they
especially
rewrote the ending.
Yeah.
I enjoy. I personally like the direction, and I think partly is because of I think it's bringing out the best in John Cena as an actor.
Yeah,
like Peacemaker, like his whole thing was he's obviously a messed up individual because he's looking to achieve peace with a mass murder. And we got a little bit into his backstory last season. We found out his dad's basically a grand wizard, and he was abusive, and he forced them to fight, and it resulted in his brother dying, which he blames himself for. And I feel like this season we're getting even more character growth, and it's stemming from this whole alternate dimension plot line where Peacemaker gets to see a world, literally a different world, but similar to his, where things went different, where he had a loving dad who didn't make his sons fist fight each other, and they grow up to be a hero family, and it's interesting to see how Peacemaker, deals with that while kind of escaping where he is, and it's cool. It's cool for I also enjoy the little teases they had for the future of the DCU. I think that's a little interesting. I'm so far on. I'm on board with this so far.
I think my biggest issue is way too James Gunn, like way too comedy act. Like in, I do still think there's a place for like some, you can have some comedy here and there, but
Yeah.
some more straightforward stuff. I don't think Peacemaker, I understood that's what you're going to get. But like, I know Superman, I really liked it, but there were times where I was like, you don't have to be funny here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
James
Gunn's always going to James Gunn.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that worries me, because I'd like to see him, because he can do serious parts and serious stuff, but then just randomly he has to like throw in a dick joke. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I just hope he doesn't get in his own way.
If he's about the retcon, you talk about the ending. Yeah, we were just talking about. You talk about the ending. We were just talking about where they changed the lineup of characters of Justice League characters that Peacemaker meets at the end of season 1.
Justice Gang.
The Justice Gang. Well, in the original, he met the Justice League, and Aquaman, and Flash were more visible. They blurred out Superman, and this time around, they changed it up to be the Justice Gang.
Yeah, I hate that we're doing multiverse stuff. Like, I just kind of feel like we're at a position where we don't need that.
Oh, look, the unction.
He like literally just DM'd me. I was very jealous of the trade it looks like he just made in Pokemon Go. Aqua and I send gifts to each other like every day in Pokemon Go.
Oh, that's nice. Nice, I guess.
Hey, buddy. So yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with Peacemaker. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't love the direction. Like, I don't love that we're going into like, multiverse stuff.
Other than to be fair, they kind of it's interesting how they're doing it rather than like multiverses and stuff like that. They're more it feels like they're more so trying to ground it a little bit. Like they have the alien kind of there so far for comic relief, but it's mostly about, this is like just a parallel Earth, a parallel reality, or almost like more so like a different timeline where he gets to see how things work. Almost like it's a wonderful life type of deal where Peacemaker gets to see how things could have gone, rather than trying to tell this big story about the multiverses and incursions and all this other stuff. It just feels more so like an actual storytelling device, rather than like this huge grand set piece thing.
Yeah, I'm just over the multiverse in general. Like, I'm over it in Marvel, obviously, and I mean, like, the only reason to do anything multiverse related for me in DC is if you're trying to set up crime syndicate. But like, the only thing that I feel like is the tropes that I'm tired of, or like the story arcs that I'm tired of, are evil Superman, Brainiac, and freaking crime syndicate. I feel like they've done crime syndicate. They're getting to the point where they're overdoing that. Like, even I just started playing this DC Worlds Collide mobile game.
I saw your video.
Yeah, I kept getting the press releases, and then the person reached out to me like individually.
Same. I didn't want to. I don't play mobile games anymore.
Yeah, I just said, you know what, I'll do it. I love, like, WB has done great for me. Done well by me.
I would have done it if they offered me money.
Yeah, I just figured, whatever. You can give me a few characters, I'll play it until I get bored, and then the series will be over.
Fair enough.
I used to have like for a while had daily Marvel Future Fight videos. I think that series got at least over 150 episodes.
Yeah.
So, but I started getting bored making the videos, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop now.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even figured out how to make mobile content.
Oh, all I do is if you have OBS, you just get a USB-C to HDMI converter. I have a HDMI splitter so that I can run my Xbox, PlayStation, Switch all through. And I had a fourth slot, so just plug the HDMI in there, and then it's where is it? It's like right here. There's just this little piece that you put over the HDMI, and it's USB-C, and I just plug it right into my phone, and
that's
it
how
captures it.
you capture it.
So if you do like, I mean, I'm obviously you don't necessarily I don't know that you have an HDMI splitter because you just basically do PlayStation.
Pretty much, but I was curious because I wasn't sure. But yeah, if I want to do a mobile game in the future, I'll now I know. Thank you, J Tech J Tech Blast. Shout out to Casual. Appreciate the $4.99 Romy. Hold up, let me set you up proper. Yeah. In your opinion, does DC have enough mini villains with depth for an epic lead up to a major boss like Marvel did Thanos? I mean, obviously DC has more than just as much, if not more, villains than of all kinds than Marvel. But so far, I think it's a little early. I don't know if James Gunn is planning to do his own Infinity Saga. If he is, he's slowly building up to it because so far we haven't had that much. It's very early in this infancy. We've had Creature Commandos, which introduce the existence of Wonder Woman. We know Enchantress is there. We know that obviously Lex Luthor was the big bad and Superman, but there's no dark side yet. No signs of anything that crazy. So we just kind of, I think we're going to have to see a couple more projects. Maybe it'll become clearer in Lanterns and Woman of Tomorrow what this could be leading towards. But yeah, so far it's very early.
Yeah, there's definitely like all the heroes have their own like rogues gallery,
Yeah.
So I think there's definitely a way to do it. But do they even go that route? Like I think they are gonna do some interconnectivity, but
yeah,
I don't know that you necessarily have to go to that big cosmic overarching threat.
For sure, because Gunn has said he's trying to do things differently from the MCU anyway.
Yeah, I Darkseid, I don't think Darkseid's that interesting, like in the movie sense. We tried that in the Justice League movie, but
no, kind of like they made Steppenwolf and the Parademons, but they made Darkseid kind of a bitch.
yeah. So I don't know that is necessary per se. I think there's enough other threats out there.
Jay prefers Atrocitus.
Well, I mean, I don't think we need to see Atrocitus unless we're going to get into the Lantern War, and we are having a Lantern series.
We are.
I don't know what they're going to do there, if they're going to introduce the other colors, or the other emotions, the spectrum, whatever you will. I mean, obviously, Atrocitus is my favorite DC character. We have him guarding the desks over here.
Casual's my favorite DC character.
So yeah,
Yeah, they have set up those. Yeah, they have so Bizarro. Lex could be working with Brainiac. Jay loves.
I'm over Brainiac. I do not need
He
Brainiac
doesn't want to see
in
Brainiac.
anything. Like Brainiac was in friggin' Supergirl. Brainiac was in Injustice. We had Brainiac in Lego Batman 3.
Suicide Squad, Justice League.
Suicide. Like I'm over Brainiac. Brainiac, never again. Never do anything with Brainiac, please.
Or AIM.
Yeah. I mean, Brainiac is just not. He's not that interesting anymore, and it's not like you can get away with doing it once or twice. But
funny enough, he was also in the new Superman animated show, My Adventures of Superman. He was the villain of season 2.
Yeah, it's like why? Like I understand he's a major Superman villain, but like overdone. You know, we need more Monica.
Like a rapid GD. And after Secret, yeah, it would be hilarious if she showed up in Secret Wars. That would be kind of perfect. I would like to see them kind of, and James Gunn seems to be, on that type of time where he's trying to go a little off the beaten path when it comes to the DC characters he's putting on. Apart from some major ones, he took a swing there with the Authority. We're getting a Booster Gold show. He's doing Swamp Thing. Clayface is getting his own movie. So they're doing a lot of interesting things so far, and I think because of that, Gunn is not going to go that expected route of more Brainiac.
Yeah, no more Brainiac. I'm gonna tweet that right now. No more Brainiac.
Brainiac is one of Jay's few triggers. I feel like Jay has a lot of triggers.
Yeah.
A significant amount of triggers.
Yeah. It's one of the things I'm known for.
Yeah. The aim crossover would be legendary. That's how Jay feels about Brainiac is how I feel about AIM after playing Avengers. and Abomination. I never want to see it again. Yeah, we talked about.
That's where we started off.
Yeah, we started the show with the Injustice 3 stuff. Jay promised that he never played it, which we don't believe. Of course, we know he's played a demo of Injustice 3 at least a couple times.
I don't believe there's such a thing.
Well, you would know, wouldn't you, Jay? Jay. Yeah, we did. What we didn't talk about is the other voice actor controversy. Well, not even controversy. It's just it's kind of par for the course at this point, and it wasn't too crazy. Nadji Jeter and Yuri Lowenthal were asked, and our friend of the show, Caboose, was the one who actually interviewed a little bit of Yuri Lowenthal, and he asked him a little bit about his character. He didn't give any crazy answer, but another fan asked him Yuri about Carnage, and he said he can't talk about that, but they're cooking something, and people kind of ran with that to assume that they're doing something with Carnage in Spider-Man 3. But I was much more interested in Nadji's answer, because a fan apparently asked him about the Evolve suit, and Nadji, which was like one of the biggest controversies of Spider-Man 2, that Adidas Evolve suit, which Jay loved, of course, and apparently Nadji said he didn't like the suit either. He saw it too late. He wasn't sure why they went the Killmonger cut, and he said from what he remembers, he thinks they're going away from the Evolve suit and back towards like more of the classic suit, which I think is good news. Like I'm with Jay and think the controversy was definitely overblown.
Oh yeah,
way overblown.
I liked aspects of it. I agree. I don't like the Killmonger cut. I thought that was stupid. But if you just cover the head, I thought that suit was great. And I think people like hated the idea of partnering with Adidas. Like, what is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. He literally wears Nikes in like one of his iconic like scenes.
Yeah.
From the Spider-Verse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it was a combination of the suit not looking great, being kind of ugly, especially with the hair, combined with the fact that it was a forced suit that was also a product placement. I think all those factors kind of worked there. I think if the suit was looked amazing, like most people really just wouldn't care. But it is like Rock, and I think the main thing was the hair, because Rock Rider and the color scheme. Like, I wear the white variant of the Evolve suit like all the time. I think it's one of Miles' coolest suits, apart from the hair, but it looks really good. And Rock Rider, shout out to Rock Rider once again. He did a redesign of the Evolve suit, but he just made the color scheme the classic Miles Morales black with red trim, and just gave him a fully covered head instead of the hair sticking out, and it looked amazing. Like I'm not sure why they reached that far. They were trying to cook something, and it just didn't land.
They sold out of like every piece of Adidas Miles Morales merch, right?
I'm sure. Like he's Miles Morales, and the sneakers were good, but yeah. I think it's just I think literally if they just covered the head, it would have been fine. Like, it was just the hair.
Yeah, I agree with that. But people were against the just my supply line is off.
Yeah, fortunately Jay couldn't hook me up with a 2K26 this time around, so if I want 2K, I'm gonna have to buy it myself.
yeah, Next Makers is dead, so
yeah, I mean, and I might consider it, because from everything I've seen and heard, because I swore I was not going to buy 2K after how dog shit 25 was, but damn it, 26 looks really good.
Like, those shoes are like $250 on eBay. Like the very few
resellers.
Yeah. Well, I tried to get the Peter version of the shoes, and they canceled my pre-order. So, but like all of that, every single piece of Adidas merch involved with Spider-Man sold out completely. So like people were against the idea that there was like ad placement
those
in the game.
Yeah, those people were dumb. Like,
but like who like, why wouldn't you want Adidas to design? Like, Adidas went into that thinking they were tasked with designing a suit that worked in the game, and obviously they made it match the shoes, because that's the point.
Exactly. I'm when I get 2K, I'm definitely making a Wemby build for sure. 7-4s look extra glitchy this season. I think the concept of them doing a deal with Adidas was fine, especially with a character like Miles. That didn't bother me at all. I think literally just they needed a little bit better suit, and I'm glad they're going kind of back to that original color scheme, because the other thing, because I in my video I compared it to like the Antioch suit, which is my least favorite story suit. I thought that suit was just ass. And I didn't like the boss battle either, to be honest. I think the best part about that final fight in Spider-Man PS4 was the cutscenes. I think the actual fight and the Antioch suit were not good, but the cutscenes, everything around it were, obviously peak. But I think it was like but at least that one had a legitimate reason to exist. Is like Miles just changed suits for no reason, and it was like an Adidas product placement, and it didn't look good, and you couldn't change. So it was just like, just a lot of things working against it, and which would have been resolved if they had given it maybe a story purpose and just went with a more reliable, black with red and no hair showing. But
yeah, the hair showing makes no sense to me. Like, I don't know that if you can like tell Miles's race based on interacting with him, but showing half of the top of his head, you can. You know what I mean?
It kind of narrow it now. You're kind of narrowing it down, because it's not like that's a popular haircut,
right?
Only in video games. Like the first, I've literally never seen anyone in real life with the Killmonger cut, but like it became the default hairstyle of every black character in every video game.
Yeah, I just feel like Yeah, I never liked it. It never seemed to make. It doesn't make sense tactically. It doesn't make sense in any way, shape, or form. You know.
And even and it doesn't. And it's like it's not like Nadji Jeter had the hair, the style, and
Yeah.
everything. Like because like not even apparently in the answer pointed out like that I didn't even wear that hairstyle when I was growing my hair out, so I don't know where it came from. Yeah, that was another there. But in terms of Carnage potentially being in it, the way I felt about the Carnage situation, obviously I'm still disappointed and hoping eventually we still get him in DLC. I'd rather him not be a main villain in Spider-Man 3. I feel like they set up Spider-Man 3 to be Green Goblin. And I think that should be the focus. I think one of the issues besides not having enough dev time with Spider-Man 2 was that they tried to put a little too much into the game without expanding the size of the story. Like they made the map bigger, but the story a little smaller. And I feel like it just didn't work out because it felt like Venom didn't get enough time and neither did Craven. And I feel like Carnage is too big a deal to like have as like a throwaway or anything like that.
Right.
That's why I thought the DLC kind of be perfect. Like just do it like a 3-part DLC all about Carnage. And whether you do that for Spider-Man 2 or you just make that the DLC for Spider-Man 3. But I rather like they maybe you have another side mission chain setting it up, but have that in as a DLC and make the main game focus on Green Goblin because I don't want them to overstuff the game again with like these two huge villains that both need a ton of time to cook and just not give them enough.
Right. I'm with you on that. There's just so much you can do with Spider-Man. So like to get to a third game and not have Green Goblin there seems a little off-putting.
Yeah, because even how they set up Green Goblin, I was like a little disappointed because it felt like they kind of fumbled the ending a bit with how they decided to make Norman hate Spider-Man. Like it felt forced. It felt like they wanted that to happen and they just didn't have enough time to like properly script it out. Because clearly, to me, if their goal was to make him hate Spider-Man, Harry should have died, like straight up, and Norman should have like witnessed like Spider-Man doing it or something like that. Just to me, like okay, he stopped the world from being taken over. He prevented your son from dying in the process. Like they literally saved him. So you still have a chance to bring him back because he's only in a coma. And you decide, oh yeah, I'm just going to hate Spider-Man. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. I guess it's kind of wild that game. Both of them, like how old they're getting to be. Like it feels like they just came out like yesterday.
2 years ago now.
Yeah. I remember driving all the, but it feels like it was like yesterday, but it's like already been like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean probably because Spider-Man 2 also released on PC, like
yeah,
not long either. But yeah, I remember you got your copy off the back of a truck.
Yeah, literally walked into a store in the Bronx. I mean,
Allegedly.
Spider-Man's from Brooklyn though, right? Yeah, so but still. First time I ever drove under like a subway train. Like there was it was a platform. It was really fucking weird.
Oh yeah, that's New York for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Queens.
I still remember how amazing that the lead up to Spider-Man 2 was. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how the internet just people on the internet decide to just turn on the game. Like I remember how hyped people were, even after the game came out and they got to beat it, and then they just progressively decided to just flip the narrative and pretend like it was like the worst game ever made.
Is season 4 of Rivals starting on the 12th?
It is.
Fuck. That's the day Borderlands comes out.
It is.
Oof.
to be fair, most of the content for obviously you want to play some of the stuff eventually, but yeah, most of the content reveals for Rivals are like the week before the drop.
Right.
So this,
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. That I'll probably already have a bunch of Daredevil allegedly
alleged.
stuff up.
Yeah, we're going to officially find out. We're they're going to tell us uh, this coming week, and then stuff is going to start rolling out. So it should be we're expecting the usual. They kind of have the same pattern now. You know, you do the new season trailer, the new Dev Vision video. There's going to be patch notes, a map trailer. They're going to have now to do the roadmaps now. They're going to have early access for content creators. So they're going to they're going to show off the new battle pass. So you're going to have all that stuff, and also Penny Parker's getting a new skin this week and this coming week. So a lot of stuff. And then when the season drops, then people will be able to play all the content and stream that. But yeah, your priorities are going to be Borderlands 4.
Yeah. I'm. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that game.
I am too, actually.
Do you know who you're gonna pick for your first Vault Hunter?
No idea.
Yeah, I played Rafa in Germany because I thought he'd be the most like the characters I usually play.
I'm just gonna look at a Moxie video and decide.
Yeah, I know the big guy. I think Moxie really liked him. I've never been a Siren player, so I don't think I'm gonna do the Siren right away. But I rewatched their Twitch, their PAX panel, and yeah, Ghost of Yote. Dude, there are 5 amazing games about to come out, and I just don't like. I can't even get over it. Like, it's going to start with Borderlands 4, then you got Ghost of Yote is coming, Battlefield 6. You've got Pokemon Legends ZA, and the Outer Worlds 2. Like, that's all between the 12th and my birthday.
I still haven't finished the first Outer Worlds, but I also got Lost Soul Aside this week. That was this game I was looking forward to.
I saw there was a demo for it.
Yeah, I got the full game. Mixed reviews so far. Unsurprisingly, people on Steam complaining about performance. It's a game made by one guy in Unreal Engine 4.
This game?
Yeah, Lost Soul Aside. It's basically Devil May his love letter to Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy.
I've literally had the demo page up for like 2 or 3 days. Keep meaning to add it to library.
Jay forgot the new My Hero Academia game dropping in December.
Yeah, but as I scroll down right now, it's to like see what the date was.
Jay also forgot Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never played that. Friends who play Sadat Soul.
Damn right.
So, yeah, I'm so excited for all those games. I don't know how I'm gonna balance it all.
You'll find a way.
You need to watch me play Hollow Knight. Is that like because it's like Cuphead?
It's a Metroidvania.
Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of it. I just don't think it's something I would like.
Doesn't seem like a J-Shock last game.
I did just get a code for a game that I'm not going to say. Actually, now I might be under embargo. Never mind.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh.
I can guess.
I'll give you one guess, and I'll either say no or slowly say no.
All right. I have one guess here. Is it Cosmic Invasion?
Oh no, is that coming out soon?
It's supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, no, I wish. No, not that. It's a game. I played a demo for it previously, and I was just kind of doing it because sometimes people hit you up, and you're like, oh, let me get in good with them. I'll play your demo. That's cool. Really? And then they're like, oh, well, we can send you a code when the game comes out, and now I have a code. So,
Yeah. I think something similar happened to me with Hell Is Us. They reached out to me, well, that answers that question. I'll be checking my email because that game is actually coming up soon.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's like I think it is. I think it actually comes out in September.
Yeah, I didn't think in a million years. Anyway,
September 4th. Wow, that's soon. Oh, that's super soon.
It's in 4 days. So who knows? Maybe there will be I'll be streaming on September 4th. My 10-year date-iversary.
Ooh, happy date-iversary.
That means we're having hibachi.
Hey, there we go. Oh, it's
Avengers 5-year anniversary too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck the Avengers anniversary. Damn, like I'm gonna be. Yeah, it's going to be a busy week. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of Marvel Rivals stuff dropping. I'm going to be busy with that. Yeah, I definitely got to do a Marvel's Avengers anniversary stream for sure.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, that's got to happen. And maybe squeeze in a little Hell Is Us.
Maybe. I mean, if you're so inclined.
Yeah, if I get a code for it, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see who gets codes.
Yeah, we'll see. What I'm sure. I guess they started sending them out already.
Allegedly.
So I'll be on the lookout for I literally forgot Hell Is Us was coming out this week. I thought it was like the end of September. What is the traditional gift for 5-year anniversaries? I think he meant that wholesomely. I thought immediately, my mind immediately went to a different type of wood that you give to someone that you give for an anniversary. I'm sure he meant something. So sure he meant like the actual wood, some kind of sculpture or something.
This went off the rails.
Completely. I don't know. I don't know if it does it. I think it has a jump button. Does it have a jump button?
I don't remember. I played on PC.
Lame. Yeah, it's like a creepy looking action adventure game. So it might be something you're into. It looked pretty fun.
Yeah.
But no, what specific day is the anniversary? September 4th for Avengers?
For the standard, yeah, I think actually technically tomorrow might be the 5 years if you have like the deluxe edition.
Oh yeah, hold up. So I'm actually up. I might do that tomorrow because it's going to get crazy later in the week. Avengers. Yeah, so the game launched September 4th for everybody, but the deluxe. Yep, deluxe was September 1st. So yeah, we got it. So tomorrow we got to do a Marvel's Avengers 5-year anniversary stream because I got the deluxe and I was in the beta. Captain in the building. Yep. So yep. And fortunately, it's still on my system. I didn't uninstall it. Even as soon as I made the switch to the PS5 Pro, I re-downloaded Marvel's Avengers. still have it up.
I never deleted it because it was on my like, what do you call it? The memory.
Yep. Yeah, but had it on. It's on my other PS5 and my external, and it's on my PS5 Pro.
Damn, I might have to do that tomorrow too.
Yeah, I feel like we got to get some of the old crew together.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have not played on the wasteland or the desert lately. I hopped on to get some B-roll for some videos I was doing. Like whenever I do Iron Man, because there's no trailer out, I'll just grab B-roll from Avengers. But I always do either like Wakanda or snowy tundra for the scenery.
It's gonna be really fun to jump on and like I haven't played it in God knows how long.
I'm definitely rusty, but I was definitely a little rusty on Iron Man, but I'm still cracked with Black Widow. I think swings on Spider-Man. I didn't even touch Spider-Man. Yeah, that swing was rough, but he was pretty fun. My bills are still decent. I never got to the last level cap raise because I didn't feel like playing Colony Labs anymore. But all my builds are pretty good. Are all pretty good. Still easily clear everything. Your low key height, yeah. It's always good. It's always a good time. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy officially doing some Avengers content. We'll just do one for every anniversary. We'll do the 6th year. We'll do the anniversary. Just every September, we'll come back for some Marvel's Avengers.
I think maybe I'll do something around noon tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same because I was like, I don't have anything, and we don't have the Marvel Rivals meeting until Tuesday. So
I'm not even aware of that. So thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, we'll run submissions, and I think I'll go live in like afternoon, like around 11 or 12. I'll get on. I'll get the stream ready ahead of time, so so people could see it. I might do 12 so I can eat something, but that's going to be good. That's going to be a good time playing some Marvel's Avengers, and because the game has actually got a lot better out in that final update.
Yeah, just it's gonna be it's wild. It's wild to think that game like was such a big part of my life, and like I can't remember. I'm probably gonna be terrible when I log in.
Yeah, I mean, and you were not terrible at it when you were at your peak.
I thought I was pretty good. You know,
you're definitely much better at Avengers than you were at Rivals.
Oh, please. I'm so tired of backseat gamers showing up for like 5 minutes when like our team blows. Like, 2-7 as a lord. I'm like, oh my god, I was 2-7. I had over 7,000 damage at that point. Like, it's certainly not my fault. I'm not missing my shots. They're getting healed. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Kill the healers.
Well, I couldn't even get in the room, you know?
It's Rivals is in an interesting play. I'm seeing a lot more people, especially from Overwatch, because they're kind of they took a lot of hits when Rivals was first popping off, and now that Rivals is on a decline, at least in terms of players, and like the kind of the honeymoon phase is over, and Overwatch is making a comeback. Now I'm seeing a lot more Overwatch players spreading their hate online. I just saw a tweet earlier. Someone said that Overwatch officially was now tied with Rivals in player numbers on Steam, which after actually looking at the charts was complete bullshit. It's not true at all. but the gap was closing. Though to be fair, Overwatch just had a new content drop and Rivals were currently at the end of the season. But even then, Rivals still had more players, much higher peak count on Steam. There's
no cope. There's no cope. I was doing just fine. Our team was like we got saddled with some of the absolute worst shit teammates you could ever fucking get. Like it wasn't even Eastwood's fault for once.
For once. Eastwood always catches strays.
No, he did give me good advice though. because when we were talking about my car and how it wouldn't start, and I thought it was the starter of the alternator, he's like, no, it's probably the battery. It was in fact the battery. So
You gotta pick up your son in the morning. I'm gonna try to play for definitely for a while, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do it at 1 o'clock. Maybe I'll do it like a 1 o'clock. Maybe I'll do it afternoon. So that we can get more people in. But yeah, at some point we're definitely doing it in the day. I'll schedule it. Maybe I'll schedule for one or two. So that people can get it. So we can get more people in. 3 hours ahead of you. True. Yeah, Eastwood. 3 hours. Yeah, best I could do is early afternoon. I'll try to do a long stream. Do it at 1, which shouldn't be hard. I mean, Avengers is the best game ever made. one of it's a lot of fun. I'm sure we'll have some people wanting to run some games, run a little cloning. I think Cloning Labs was so ass, but the Super Adapter is kind of fun. That fight was kind of fun, but yeah, I felt like the Cloning Lab was such, after all that build up, was kind of a big letdown. Yeah, Avengers is where it started off.
it's where Sadat met this old black content creator named Jay Shockblast
And Casual Avenger. This show literally would not exist without Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah. It's yeah, man. Just to think that studio is in shambles. Imagine like all their perfect dark was for nothing, and now you're dealing with the Tomb Raider crap.
Because they had basically were like had to take the lead on Perfect Dark because the initiative was like in free fall, and then the initiative got shut down and the project got put out of its misery. But their main team was also like struggling with Tomb Raider, because that game was supposed to have been revealed like a long time ago, and it was way behind schedule on all their Tomb Raider stuff. So it's tough over there, Crystal Dynamics.
It's unfortunate.
Can you crossplay between PS4 and PS5 on Avengers?
I barely remember if you can like log into Avengers.
From what I remember, from what I recall,
you can. I think
there was like there was no crossplay when we typically think of the term crossplay. You typically just replies to different platforms. So I do remember you couldn't play with like Xbox players, but other than that, like it's fine, or PC players. But other than that, you can play with other people on different versions. You can play PS5 and PS4 played together. Xbox Series, Xbox One, they played together. You just couldn't play with other platforms. Yeah, it's just sometimes when you do a raid and someone dropped out or whatever, the connections were asked, you're like, oh damn, PS4 players. Yeah. Messing up the connections. Their PS4 their poor PS4 optimization.
I saw Tim Sweeney from Epic Games have a comment this week about like a lot of people are bitching about Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
And like he actually had a very fair comment. I feel like optimization is like the last thing a lot of these companies start dealing with when they're like building out their game.
Right.
And it's weird because like, yeah, there are games on Unreal Engine that have some issues, but then you look at all the ones that don't, and they're the ones that focus on optimization early, and it's weird how that works out. I mean, I know that Avengers wasn't on Unreal, but optimization is what triggered that thought, because like freaking, I guess 3.5 optimization on Marvel Rivals on PC has been brutal.
Oh, terrible. a lot of PC players were complaining about that. Yeah. It's interesting. He brought up. I mean, obviously he has an interest in defending his Unreal Engine, but yeah, it's not like every Unreal Engine game is like suffering from horrible optimization at launch for sure. So it does but it's also fair to say that there are some optimization issues built within Unreal Engine that I think I've seen a lot of game devs also acknowledge, and even Epic themselves acknowledge. So but for sure, there's also, you also have to factor in how much the particular studio focused on optimization in the first place, because Expedition 33, I believe, runs Unreal Engine, and it didn't have like any catastrophic performance issues from what I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, because I think the thing was like a lot of people,
PlayStation 4 is crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people will look at like the tech demos that they do in Unreal Engine,
Yeah,
and like why does nothing ever end up looking like that? And I think his point was because the tech demo is focused on optimization, so obviously it's gonna work, right? Because it was optimized properly for the system it's running on. But like I guess a lot of yeah, thanks Aqua, good to see you.
see you on that Avengers for sure.
Yeah, I guess just like one of those things that like is not considered until the end, and when you don't consider it until the end, it makes it that much more difficult to go backwards, you know what I mean? So I think that was his bigger point, is that focus on optimization as you build and not at the end when everything's done.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a fair ask for sure. Yeah, that doesn't sound unreasonable to me. Because I do know there are definitely some studios where the people up top are like, who cares? Who gives a shit about optimization? just ship it. Fix it later. That's unfortunate, was a big thing. But I'm seeing that going away a little more and more, because when you have some high profile games where they got completely shit on for bad optimization. I feel like fortunately that practice is kind of going away. Like we saw Ubisoft take a huge kick in the dick with the Star Wars Outlaws, and it caused them to delay AC Shadows in order to make some sweeping changes to better optimize when they saw the sales data for Outlaws, and were like, oh, well, yeah, we gotta make sure we actually ship a finished product this time. Can't just rely on IP.
Well, Shadows is gonna have some DLC soon, I think.
It is. I got an email. May or may not have gotten an email about it. So
maybe some V-Bucks.
I'm just trying to remember. Wait, was there embargo?
I don't think so.
Was there something? Well, they already announced they're doing DLC, so
yeah,
so it should be fine.
I mean, I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but like,
it exists, so we're fine. I know when it's coming, but I'm not feel comfortable saying. My optimization, the money people may think optimization gets in the way of monetization. That's it. Yeah, who cares if it runs? Who cares if it runs better? We need money, that backwards thinking. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, that is the unfortunate part of some game development. Like that's why I think you've seen kind of this resurgence in the indie scene, where it feels kind of more pure how gaming used to be before it got a little corporate. Now these smaller studios are just kind of just run by gamers, and whereas these bigger AAA studios, you have all these money men and people from different areas that are injecting in there. Famously we had WB Games run for 10 years David Haddad, whose expertise was toys, for fuck's sake, who didn't even play video games. The people had to try to explain to him like basic concepts for him to understand. So yeah, that's obviously that's not an ideal situation when you're trying to put games out. And thank God he's gone from WB, and we got some people who know what the fuck they're doing in charge. But I think we covered everything. I'm looking forward to now really for I wasn't sure what I was going to do tomorrow because the rival stuff doesn't kick off until later in the week, and there wasn't any big news. But reminded me, Marvel Rivals anniversary stream coming up. we gotta do it. We gotta run some rivals, some Avengers. Jay is going to be on. We got to get everybody together. Do some. I guess we could try to do the raid again. Try to just run through all the content. The raid, the cloning labs, the super adaptoid. All that shit. Should be a good time. It might take me a bit. I might practice a little bit tonight. So,
oh no, I'm going in cold turkey.
You're going in cold? I go in cold too. Okay. Well, it was not necessary. I didn't go in cold. I'm not going in completely cold because I have played the game recently to get some B-roll. Yeah. so I'm definitely going to be more familiar than Jay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right in cold.
It's funnier that way,
for sure. I mean, we got to think of the good content when we get to random bullshit go on Super Adaptoid.
I mean, I'm sure we're still going to beat it in 10 seconds.
Yeah, maybe you will. I don't think I ever got to that point. I think I always need somebody with me.
Oh yeah, I definitely got. I think I have that. I think I'm at that point on all my characters. So I just shit on the Super Adaptoid.
Yeah. I think I got to the point where I could be a really good second, but I still needed somebody that could kind of lead a little bit.
Yeah. It should be fine. I'll bring Black Widow just in case, mm-hmm. or Thor. Who's my? No, actually, Hawkeye is my bros. Yeah, Hawkeye is actually my most broken character.
Yeah, I will absolutely only be playing Thor.
Yeah, play Thor. So that was the only way you're able to beat the Super Adaptoid.
Yeah, that Super Adaptoid first day stream was quality content.
Oh, for sure. I still remember how important. They were telling me that some of the devs were telling me they literally didn't properly play test the character. That's why it came out so unbalanced. They didn't have a proper play testing for it, so it just came out just kind of out of there, where it's oh, you just beat it in the first 20 seconds, or shit just gets crazy. It's completely ridiculous. But it was definitely a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
Good memories. We'll catch y'all both. You catch both of us tomorrow. We'll be collabing for some Marvel's Avengers anniversary. Appreciate you. Well, next week we should have end of the week. We should be doing a recap on Marvel Rivals season 4, since we'll have most of the information by the end of the week about what's coming in season 4. Jay might hop on the early access servers as well, get some content off. That should be a good time. And also maybe playing Hell Is Us at some point, maybe allegedly, possibly, it is coming out, so maybe, who knows, we'll see. But so stay locked in. Thank you, Aqua and Casual Avenger, stopping by. Thank you, Eastwood, Gabe, everybody for continuing to support the channel. It means a lot to us as always. I'm Sept the Gamer.
I am not Casual Avenger.
Zip it up and zip it out.